The Bill and Ted trilogy finally comes to an end in a very satisfying way. Bill and Ted Face the Music is directed by Dean Parasot and stars Alex Winter, Keanu Reeves, Samara Weaving, and Bridget Lundy Payne. This is the movie so many have been waiting for, and it finally came. Finally. Oh, I've been waiting for this movie for so long. And the trilogy is finally complete. And while it is great, there are a few things that do not work. And I will go over them. And by a few, I mean two things that, well, only one of them really is one that I was clearly bothered by. The other was just a little bit of a gripe. It focuses too much on the daughters, and now that is not a bad thing because Samara Weaving and Bridget Lundy Payne are great in the roles, and the daughters were really interesting and funny. And I liked the ending that they had. I think that was a great ending for those characters. I just think, obviously, there needed to be a focus on them. I just feel like they should have focused on, the people that the movies named after a little more. These are the people we've been waiting for to see back in action, Bill and Ted. And of course we get the hijinks that would come from them, we just don't get enough. In the ending where it turns out the daughters are the song, it's a very predictable ending, we pretty much all saw it coming throughout the entire movie. So when we get to that, the daughters obviously came to that conclusion, but it took a while for Bill and Ted to get to that conclusion because we never see them on their journey figure that out necessarily. But like I said, the daughters are not bad. I just feel like there should be a tiny bit more of a focus on Bill and Ted than there actually was. And speaking of ending, it ends rather abrupt. Like, it just gets like the final shot, like you get a little conclusion to the main plot, then just boom, closing. Now I don't like when movies overstay their welcome. But the movie ends like just suddenly, like you're just like, alright, now we're gonna have a little wind down, then it's gonna end, and then it's just, nope, it's gone, done, Bill and Ted done. Okay, sorry, didn't mean to offend you, sorry. It just kind of took me by surprise that it ended like that, I guess. But that's really all my problems with it. And here's everything I loved. Like I said, the daughters' performance tomorrow, even in Bridget Lundy Payne, are great. Kristen Shaw is great. All the supporting cast is great. Winter, Reeves really bring it and are just great in this. And they are clearly having fun. This is clearly something they've been wanting to do for a while, and you can tell they are enjoying themselves so much, and we are enjoying it too. It avoids the pitfalls of most delayed comedy sequels. We all remember Dumb and Dumber 2 and Zoolander 2, but this avoids it. It becomes an endearing, actual hilarious, and sometimes emotional sequel that works really well. It's something that we have anticipated for so long, and you're just thinking, how could it live up to it? And it does. It lives up to it. Of course, nothing's really ever going to top that original one, but it's a sequel that fits very well with the quality. The other two are great, and this one is great. It's very consistent in its quality, which I am very thankful for. Dennis the Killer Robot and Death steal the show. That was no surprise. Death, he stole the show in the second one, and Dennis was just so funny. The production value is actually really good. Like, surprisingly good. Like, I remember seeing, like, obviously you can tell most of it's fake, but a lot of the CGI and stuff is fake, but it's like, it's not bad. It's like, actually pretty decent. So I was surprised by that. The supporting cast, like I said, is hilarious, but something that just really stood out to me was it came out at the perfect time. It was not delayed. Sure, we didn't get the theatrical release we all wanted Bill and Ted 3 to get, but it did come out at the perfect time. it was just the wholesome and optimistic movie we needed in a time that isn't so wholesome and optimistic. I feel like the fact that they didn't delay that was purposeful. They knew that this movie would probably bring smiles to a lot of people's faces, and it's really what we needed, especially now where things seem to start to be getting worse in the world. More things are getting shut down again. So, if you didn't when the first wave, now that we're back in this again, when we thought it was going to get better, but it's not, it's getting worse. But since we're in this bad of a state right now, if you didn't have time to check out any of the Bill and Ted's, I highly recommend it. Now at like Target and Walmart, you can get the 3-pack of those movies. I highly recommend them. They're very good. So I'm going to give Bill and Ted Face the Music a 91 killer robots out of 100. Have you seen Bill and Ted Face the Music? If so, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. This is Jordan from Jordan Reviews. Signing off.